The new version of the SAT is also going to give you subscores and cross-test scores. So subscores are going to be included for four different, I guess, categories of reading and writing. Everything from words and context. This is where, the example that we did before comes in. The word pedestrian. Do you understand that words can change meaning in the context of different sentences? Are you able to identify proper evidence, depending on which passage you're reading? Are you able to express your ideas more clearly? Are you able to, kind of proofread a paper and say, okay, this is what it should have said, or this is how it should have said it? And then finally, you have their standard English conventions, which is like basic grammar, syntax, mechanics, and those kinds of things. And then there's three categories in mathematics. These are a little, I guess, hard to interpret just by looking at this. But if you go to the College Board's website, they'll give you a very detailed breakdown of the topics that are covered in each one of these. But it's similar to the breakdown that they had in the previous one, but they're combining a lot more items in here. So a lot of the advanced algebraic questions will fall into this passport to advanced mathematics. This is the official terminology. A lot of the data analysis and probability and those kinds of questions will fall into this category right here. And then your standard algebra questions will probably fall into the heart of algebra. They're also going to give you cross-test scores. So in the reading and writing passages, as well as some of the math passages or some of the math questions, they may ask you to take a look at a small excerpt from a scientific paper, or they may ask you to take a look at a historical document or a founding document like the Gettysburg Address, or a speech by a congressman or congresswoman, or they may pull out an excerpt from the Constitution, but regardless of what the document is, it may fall into one of these two categories, either science or history and social studies. And based on your ability to answer questions in each of those categories, they'll give you a cross-test score for your ability to analyze scientific reading and your ability to analyze historical or civics or social studies readings. And they'll report both of those scores on your test scores as well. This is currently not done on the current SAT, so this is something new that they're doing with the cross-test scores.